Hello YouTube, my name is Pythus, as always. I hope everybody's having a good day so far. Much like the last time we did this, we're doing the same 3 achievements in Resident Evil that we've done before, or we at least attempted before. We're going to do it on the hardest difficulty in under 3 hours with no saves, so permadeath. That's the plan. But we do have a hard stop time today, so if it gets to be like 8 o'clock and we're in the middle of a good run, we might just end up having to call it anyway. So we'll see what happens. We did this last Friday, and if we don't get it today, we'll do it this Friday. We'll just continue. We'll just keep giving it our best. On Friday, we tried it 10 times, and we made it to maybe halfway through the game. There are still 4 or 5 difficult sections after this coming up, and we haven't even seen the hardest parts of this game yet, and I'm more likely than not to flub that as soon as we get to them, so we'll see what happens. But that's it, YouTube. We'll be right back, and I'll see you there. Hey, stick around. Welcome back, YouTube. No more faffing about.
Resident Evil.
We're on attempt number 10. You're learning. You know, I am capable of it. Let's see. There we go. Boop. Let's get a prediction going. Oh yeah.
Alpha team is flying
Sorry,
around.
also we're skipping by everything because we have 3 hours. Enter the survival horror. On Friday, I had this beginning section down to a fucking art form. See if we remember any of what we were doing. Bear's inspecting the blood like a fucking weirdo. I didn't screenshot. What the fuck? That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Also, I gotta keep my notes up. Barry! I think I accidentally took another fucking screenshot. Those buttons are very close to each other. Door slam. Fuck. This is not good. Like, the buttons don't feel the same to me. That's not a good sign at all. Barry wants to investigate the first floor, but the chat is in front of your timer. It's not necessarily a timer. It's for the timer for the stream. It's how long the stream has been going.
Thanks.
Not necessarily my speedrun timer. I don't have one of those. All right, this is the first, or we're coming up, the first kind of tough section. This will tell us if this run is blessed or cursed. Yeah, chat is in front of the timer, but the timer is not important. Will you take the green herb? Hell yeah. All right. This hallway will tell us whether or not this run is blessed or cursed. Because we gotta dodge this boy. Come down here, grab this. Then we come back over to this corner. Blessed. The blessed run. This could be it, chat. This could be the run. If we can get all the way through that hallway without either of those zombies grabbing us, that's how we know. I've done that hallway before where both of those zombies get you and it's just fucking restart. Not for time reasons, but the amount of health that they take in that section is egregious. The arrowhead looks like it can be removed. Hell yeah, it can. I know it's only been a couple of days, but I am struggling to remember all of these things. Or what we need to do step by step like I was doing it on Friday. We got the mansion key. Book of Curses. Who's keeping this book down here? This is not a library. I'll never not complain about the cinematography. You mean where the camera is placed? Oop, not yet. Not yet. Here we go. Okay. That's the last time we're going to see those chuckleheads, so... Yeah, the fixed camera angle is, kind of a beating. You'll get into a new area and you'll be pressing the wrong direction on the stick. I wonder if this was easier, with the D-pad from back in the day. This game was released in 1996. So the only thing they had for control back then was the D-pad. You didn't even have the analog sticks. I remember when that was a technological marvel. I was born then. Okay. I remember when this game came out. Well, I don't remember when this game came out. I was 6. But I remember going over to my friend's house and watching them play this, and that first cutscene with the zombie fucked me up. Like, I was afraid of the dark for many, many years afterwards because of that cutscene. It was that and when watching the chest burster scene from Alien at probably far too young an age. I was over at my cousin's place and we were having a sleepover, and for whatever reason I was upstairs and I happened to walk by the living room where my aunt and uncle were watching Alien in the living room, and I, as like this 6, 7, something like that, 7-year-old kid that I was, happened to walk by the living room at the same time as the chest burster scene, and I just happened to look over, and I'm not saying that context would have helped in that situation, because I was still very much a child, but I had... Did you know I was watching? I had an idea. Jack said it to begin with. But also, hello, welcome. It's nice to see you again. Welcome back to Colorado. It's probably too cold. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Alien. I got fucked up watching Alien for the first time. because I was like 7 years old and I had no basis for the movie, no idea what it was about. I just kind of like, I love the cold, but I'm very happy. Well, good. Apparently, like, there's too much of it today. I was out last night walking around the shop to where I work, and even for me, it was maybe too cold last night. There was a certain bite to the wind.
Hello, I'm a piece of garbage.
Thank you for gifting that sub there, Jax. You're the best. Little chestburster babies. Listen, I'm all about Alien now, but when I was 7 years old and I had no context for the scene, that was fucking rough for a kid. All right, let's see if we can dodge this guy well enough to get into the save room without dying. Ah. Yeah, now I'm happy about, or I'm happy to interact with the Alien franchise, but at the time, that was too much for my poor little 7-year-old brain. All right, what's next? Oh, we gotta go upstairs. That's right. That's actually one of the things that I want to do later on is play Alien Isolation. There's a challenge mode for Alien Isolation that I really want to do. They have another. To be fair, I had to sleep in my parents' room for 2 weeks after seeing Halloween as a kid. Yeah, they're like, some things are not meant to be seen by children, and some things are great, but you know, you need a certain amount of maturity to do it. Ignore my voice cracking there for just a moment. But there's a challenge run in Alien Isolation I want to do on this channel later that also has a permadeath mode like this. We're fine. We can go make it to the other side. This side. The chicken. This feels like there should be a tagline. Is this the new blockbuster hit of the summer? The chicken. You got the acid shells. Hell yeah.
What?
I think we can get to the other side. Oh, I get it. That's funny. It's a good joke. 10 out of 10. Oh yeah, Alien Isolation has an achievement for beating it on the hardest difficulty and also without dying. So, you know, do another casual permadeath run on another game that I haven't played in something like 10 years. That sounds good. Let's use this because we don't necessarily need it. Equip. There's no way it's 10 years old. Alien Isolation? I think it's at least 10 years old. Had to kill some dogs. As you do. Alien Isolation, I think it was like 2014. I remember playing it when I first started. Like, that was one of the first things that I streamed on Twitch. Yeah, and I started in like 2014. I think Alien Isolation is like 10 years old. Need to get the armor key that's through here. It was 2014. That's when I graduated high school. I don't need to know these things, you know? ...2014 was 2 years after I got out of the army. So 7 years after I graduated high school. No, 8 years. No. 7 years. Alright, let's see if we can dodge the Crimson Head this time. We're in okay shape. The, Crimson Head could fuck us up. Well, that's not the best that could have happened, but it's not terrible. Alright, where do we go now? Oh, we gotta go take care of Richard now. Fucking Richard. On the plus side, we did this part fast enough earlier that we don't have an extra zombie in here. It's not game changing, but it's pretty good. Richard, what's happening to you? Are you dying? Stop it. Jax, have you been doing the Ashley Johnson thing when people sneeze? You said you were going to work on it. You said you were going to do it. I literally said it out loud just now. That's how you know. We gotta go down to the save room. And we gotta avoid puking lad. Disgusting. That's what made me think about it. Come over here. Grab the serum. No saving. Right back outside. Then we go around and kill the plant. Not the plant that I want dead, but maybe part of him. Damn it. It's fine. There's plenty of healing in this next bit. Oh my god, the shadow on the wall, it's like foreshadowing what could possibly happen. Could be anything. Lid on the water pump is open. Pump the water. I don't know what happened. Mm-hmm. All right, I can't carry anymore because I got the first aid spray. That's why. Let's use this. I forgot about the first aid spray. That's fine. We're probably going to end up having to drop most of this stuff anyway. Because there's a section coming up where it really demands your entire inventory to do it. Which is also why we're doing this with Jill instead of Chris. Because Chris has a much smaller inventory. But, you know, it's cold in this mansion. We can't really hold him that accountable. It's tough, you know? What? What happened? It's actually where the first botched attempt for this achievement run came from. I was mashing A at the beginning because I wanted to get it started, and I accidentally chose Chris instead of Jill. So I had to count one attempt right at the very beginning. Richard, you're saved. Don't you feel so much better? Oh, that's right. We got to do the music room. Okay, so this is the kind of bottleneck that I was talking about earlier. I have not been able to do this portion without like having to use all of the first aid items in my inventory. Well, that's not what I meant to do at all. Alright, that's why I went around the other way. Because he gets stuck on the bookcase. So I gotta go in here. Grab some sheet music from here. And hopefully we can coax both of these guys over here. I can just leave. Alright, now we gotta go back down to the music room. Yeah, we gotta do the whole thing. By the way, that whole section in my notes is just dodge zombies, grab music. That whole room is just listed as dodge zombies, grab music, as if I'm going to always remember exactly what I needed to do in that situation. Okay, so we've tried this part a number of different ways. There's the way that I know how to do it that works out just fine, but it eats up all of our spare inventory space. See, we don't have any more inventory space, so the only thing that I can do is use more of my healing. But if I grab this wooden emblem, I need another spot. So let's see if we can... But if we do it this way, we have to dodge this zombie twice. Which doesn't look that hard. And it's not. But it seems to be mostly RNG, whether or not he grabs you there. Because this is a fake wall, so we need the wooden emblem to get through that wall. But for whatever reason, the music comes in two parts. So we need the musical score. That was it. That was the whole score. Now, if we come in here and take this golden emblem, the door will close. So we need to go grab the wooden one, then come back, grab the golden one, replace it with the wooden one, go back to the dining room. This part isn't so bad, because you just clip through the zombie real quick. See, now we have to dodge the zombie another time. There we go. That's maybe the best I've ever done that. Let me come in here, grab this emblem. Dude, getting through here with a first aid spray on us, that's going to be huge. Now, if we can make it through the yawn fight without having to use any healing at all, this is going to be huge. Unfortunately, running back and forth down that hallway a couple times did cost us a little bit of time. Eventually we have to go back to the Richard room, but we need to grab the rocket launcher first. Or no, grenade launcher. If I had a rocket launcher, this would be a very different story. Which is also kind of worth talking about. These achievements alone, none of them are that bad. Because you can do all of this, no problem. Like, playing through without saving, or without using the ink ribbons at all, it's pretty easy. Like, if you just go through on very easy, you can do this whole game in less than 3 hours without saving just fine. No problem. Really, the difficulty of this is coming from the fact that we're stacking all three of these. Because we could do it. We could do it on Real Survivor in under 2 hours. Or in under 3 hours. As long as we could save, that would be fine. Because anytime we got into trouble, we just quit out to the main screen and reload the last save. And then doing this in under 3 hours without saving would be super easy if we were on very easy, right? But stacking all three of these is a beating. I played for 7 hours on Friday. And we've gotten less than halfway, I think. A little less than halfway. I don't know exactly where the plant fight comes up. Like what percentage. But that's where we've died every time so far. I had a pretty good handle on like where we needed to be for that fight, but that was also 3 days ago, and I've been playing nothing but Helldivers since. So my memory for the controls is not that refined. Hey, does anybody know what the Fear of Snakes is called? Because if you got that, I'm sorry. Yes, you're very scary. Hey, Richard. Sorry about this. Don't worry about it, guys. Richard's gonna be fine. He'll be totally okay.
No!
I'm sure he's fine. Ophidiophobia? You looked that up. Ophidiophobia mode where it just says snake true. Big if true. I did look it up, yes. Well, yeah. I imagine so. I didn't think you just had ophidiophobia in your mind. But you know. Unless you did. Shield? Maybe this one? I don't remember. I don't remember which one it is. I'm doing this out of order how I normally do. Fuck. Fuck you. Got the order I normally do these things in. And my notes are no help for this. It just says solve the puzzle. Solve puzzle, get box. Okay, thanks, Pastly. I appreciate that. How do I not have room? Must have fucked it up somewhere along the line. I normally have room here. Oop. There was a mask inside. Imagine that. Okay. So now we gotta make sure we hit up this one door on the side. Hey, what's going on, guy? No, not that. The door. The door. The door. Firmly grasp it. Hey, did anybody watch the Super Bowl as presented by Nickelodeon yesterday? Because everything that I've seen about it indicates to me that that is the superior way to watch the Super Bowl. I just saw Twitter clips. Yeah, that's the same thing. I'm watching the Super Bowl on TikTok. But absolutely everything that I've seen about it is like Why is watching SpongeBob and Patrick be the commentators for this way, way better than any football game I've ever seen? Which, you know, in retrospect, is not that impressive. I haven't seen that many Super Bowls or that many football games. There were some pretty good trailers. I'm excited about Deadpool. I don't know how to feel about Twisters. That seems unnecessary, but you know what? Maybe I'm not the target audience. Rise of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes seems whack. Also, Chax, when are we going to go see Dune? Is that out? I thought, is Dune 2 out? Why is this coffin so wet? I guess you have a metal coffin. It's gonna be kind of moist. Not necessary to use now. All right. Well, I need to go up and grab the ammo anyway. Because I'll be honest with you, going into this fight with one shot seems like a bad idea. Will you take the shotgun shells? Hell yeah. And if we want to progress any further, we absolutely cannot use any of our grenade shells right now. I still have all my defensive items too. That's awesome. If we can get all the way over to the guest house with defensive items, that's going to be game changing. There's no way to make this shorter. Like, you can't just run around this guy and press the button to open the door. You gotta kill him. Although after we just saw a giant snake, I don't know that Crimson Head is really going to be that big a deal. You know, unless he absolutely mollywops me. That's fine. We're not exactly supposed to come out of that fight with any extra ammo anyway. I wonder if you can run around him. Never tried. He's much faster than you are, but he's also like... The AI is really stupid. I wonder if you can just like... I didn't see any of the commercials because I'm only watching this like via YouTube shorts, right? So I didn't see any of the commercials for the Super Bowl, but I might end up like looking up a compilation later. Fuck, I missed it. There we go. There's a dog out here, and if you're not super quick to put that emblem in that slot, that dog will fuck you up. Let's grab these. I don't think we actually need them, but full shotgun is better than an almost empty shotgun every time. And if we have to discard those, we will. Take the battery pack, which I almost always forget about. You take the first aid spray? Hell yeah. Alright, now we get to go fuck around with Lisa. She always hits me. Never gotten out of this house without getting beamed upside the head. First try. There's a switch here. Press it. We should have pressed it just then. No, damn it. It needs to go north. Fucking hell. There's a switch here. Press it? Yes. Fuck. These wind vanes are the actual final boss of the game. They don't like to talk about it much, but there we go. Usually doing pretty good as far as runs go. Like, this is not terrible. Terrible. Must have been terrible for you, Jack. Yeah. I get it. Also, apparently in the original version, this whole Lisa Trevor storyline they've got going on as like a B plot just wasn't a thing. I didn't know that. Up the stairs, Jillian. I thought all of this was in the original game, but apparently not. Maybe I'll play through that one of these times too. Maybe I'll get an emulator. Jesus. Get an emulator and play through some of the old games. I saw one where somebody was doing a run on some of the old games, but it was also a randomizer. Items and enemies were randomized every time. Which I think is neat. That could be fun. Get bopped by Lisa here. She drags us down by the fire to keep us warm, which is very kind. And then she tries to murder us. Also, these in-game cutscenes you can't skip. Is the only reason we're watching it. Yeah, get absolutely mollywopped there. I've heard that if you run to Lisa's right, there's nothing she can do to hit you. But, I gotta be honest with you, that has never been the case for me. I have never experienced that. What's the study of snakes called? Because I don't think it's like... Ophiology? It's gotta be ophiology or something like that, right? If the fear is ophidiophobia, and we're sticking with a theme... Alright, we gotta make it through this whole section. Also, I've got bad news for our ophidiophobics out there. We're gonna come across some more snakes. You can hear the sound of a waterfall in the distance. Dope. Also, this is the only place in the entire game where that crank is used. And rather than just leaving it there and using it when we need it, Jill decides to take it with us. I'll never understand. Make it make sense. Gotta take up a whole inventory slot for a crank that we don't need for anything else. Alright, sky snakes. Also, if we have any arachnophobes in chat, you might want to look away for like 5 minutes. 'Cause I'm not exactly arachnophobic, but this part makes me feel a little uncomfy. Not super jazzed about what's going to happen next. Yeah, not a big fan. But, you know, we need the red book. He's still on the fucking door, too. What an asshole. Alright, never gonna have to go through that room again, chat. Don't worry about it. We'll never, ever have to see those big fuck-off spiders ever again. Now, fingers crossed. Because we're kind of getting to the point where I keep fucking dying. Barry, who you talking to, Barry? No, Jillian, keep pushing. There you go. Now we can go to the bathroom. You know, one thing I've noticed? Horror games always include bathrooms. You can, if you're playing a horror game, I'll bet you 90% of the time, that game will have a bathroom. But if you play any other kind of game, any other game, there's not a bathroom to be seen. Why? Are bathrooms the scariest rooms? There's a whole section in Resident Evil 2 where you interact with a bathroom as well. This one, there's so many bathrooms. There's a realistic number of bathrooms. Scary noise. We don't care. We're not interested in the noise at all. Dead Space has a bunch of bathrooms too. You can go, you regularly explore bathrooms in Dead Space because they usually have stuff in them. And there's a jump scare in one of the bathrooms. Make it make sense, chat. Also, there's a zombie here. Snake, there are bombs there. I love this section in Resident Evil because it's the first time in the game, really in the franchise, that you're like, hey, is something else going on here? Is something more going on? This is like the first lab section that we've had to go through. The rest of it, like, scary eccentric mansion, but nothing that I've seen, nothing that I hadn't seen on Scooby-Doo, you know? But this is the first time in Resident Evil where it's like, hey, what is a secret fucking lab doing down here? Now, that's not to say that this is a flawless bit, because you've got this whole hallway, right? You got like clear marks on the floor, like where people are supposed to go, like danger, stay away from the walls and whatnot. And then just in the middle of your hallway, you have a pit. Just a big fuck off hole in the middle of your hallway that you've filled up with water. What is the purpose of this outside? Like, outside of us pushing barrels into it? Why does that exist? Or crates into it? Why does that exist? Not that, like, any of this is super chill. Why are you guys infecting sharks with a zombie virus? That seems bad, right? Like, we didn't exactly need R&D to tell us that maybe we shouldn't be fucking around with sharks. Sharks and spiders. Sharks, spiders, and snakes are the animals we've decided to infect. I guess also Dobermans. Lots of animals. Caution, in case of pressure drop, open valve number 3. That's the first time I've ever seen it be valve number 3. Press it? Yes. Shark.
Emergency, emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected.
Unknown source
Locking
of
all
pressure.
doors to achieve maximum safety.
Control lever for the shelter.
Reaching Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
Oh my god, the oil pressure is lost. Store oil pressure and then release the safety again. Okay, I'll do my best.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold.
Switches in the control. Press which switch? Number 3.
Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
I'm working on it. Now that the oil pressure is fixed, blast shields will go down all the way. And we can drain the water. There we go. Boss fight done. Although boss fight seems to be a little... That's a little strict for what exactly just happened there. Regardless, giant shark is done. He's got a name. It's Neptune. I don't know why I wasn't saying it. We can go through here. Nope. Not through there. Because we need the key. Through here. The item on the ground there is magnum rounds, but we're not even going to pick up the magnum, so... In fact, we've already passed by where you pick the magnum up. Shark. Big shark. Where did he get all those scars? Were the other sharks trying to eat this shark? That doesn't seem like very good survival instincts. Sharks. Yeah, if you try to get down, he'll eat you. So, zap the shit out of him first. Jax, are you still here? What's the fear of sharks called? Because it feels like it should be called common sense. But I'm sure there's some fancy word for it. Yes, I see. I don't care anymore. Galeophobia? Dude, I'm also afraid of Gale. Fuck Gale. Motherfucker's gonna explode. Take out half the world. Of course I'm afraid of Gale. I wonder... Oh, no. We're already screwed. Never mind. Maybe I should grab that green herb when we come through here. Because we don't exactly need the inventory space right now. And we're about to need the healing super bad. Not for this guy, but not for this guy. Grab me. There we go. No, grab me. Idiot. Excuse me, sir. I just need to get right. Just squeeze right on by you. Oh, you know what I can do? Hold on. There's a red herb over there. Got to deal with the bees first. Not the bees! That's actually not a terrible idea. Because in this first aid case that I've got, there's a hole in the wall here. No, fuck. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I don't know if those bees stick around out here. Yeah, they apparently do. I didn't mean to look into the hole afterwards. Womp womp. Okay, so this first aid case has a green and blue herb in it. And then there's a red herb over here. If I combine these, this is the second most potent healing in the game. I think first aid sprays are technically better. But if we do that... Oh, right. If we do that, then we'll actually have some healing going into this fight. We might be in pretty good shape. This isn't terrible so far. The bindings of the book seem to form some kind of pattern. Reorder the books? If you just swap the ones that seem to be out of place, like it's a 1-for-1 trade. They're not in like a random order. All right, chat. This is the plant fight that I've been complaining about this whole run. So we'll see how this goes. Fuck. That's 2. Damn it. See what I mean? This beats the ever-loving shit out of me. Alright, I don't know if we have enough shotgun shells to do this. Ow. Ow. Hello? That's fine. That's fine. You see what I mean? You see what I mean about this fucking plant fight? All right. Oh, hold on. We gotta do one thing first.
Skill issue.
There we go. So that's the fight that always fucks me up. That fucking plant fight. That's the one. 11. That's right. We're on attempt 11. We went into that just about... All right, thank you. Fucking... we went into that fight just about as prepared as we could, except that I don't know, or I didn't know where to stand to hit the plant with the grenades. To get through that fight, you essentially have to hit all 4 of those grenades, or all 6 of those grenades perfectly. All 6 incendiary grenades will kill that thing. But so you have to hit all of those shots. Why is only one of my lights showing up? That's weird. Huh. I'll have to investigate that later. You have to hit all 6 of those grenade shots in order to kill him. And I'm not 100% sure whether or not the shield on the bulb is relevant. But that's where we have to go. That's the next bit. And I'm not sure that using the shotgun afterwards is going to save us. I don't know if having 6 rounds in the shotgun is going to be enough to kill it if we manage to hit it with any, or if we miss with any of our incendiary grenades. But that's it. That's the strat. Up until that point, we ran everything almost as flawlessly as we could. Although I'll be honest with you, finding that red herb is huge. Huge. Changes things. All right. And then at the end of every run, we just we take a second. We, hang out, talk to chat for a little bit, check on things, just decompress, because it's a pretty high stress run to begin with. The way that I'm going to do it is if we could do if we stream for another 8-9 hours on Friday and we still don't get it, then we're just going to start saving, we're just going to start. We can do the no save run later in a different bit, but if we can still do the hardest difficulty in under 3 hours, that's still an accomplishment. I would love to do it with permadeath. You try to min-max achievements, yes. I think it's more impactful, I think it's a bigger accomplishment to do all of this, to do all of them at the same time. Plus, it'd sound much better in a YouTube video, and that's the point. So then we're going to give it a good college try, but I also want to do other things, I don't want to be focusing on doing this permadeath Resident Evil run for 6 months. And like I said, that plant fight is like the first difficult part. There's still 3 or 4 other parts coming up that I'm not 100% sure I can do. We still have to fight that giant snake again. There's a part with a giant spider coming up.
But
Distraction!
Why won't you let me die? Somebody kill me!
Distraction, welcome in. It's been a while since I've seen you, man. How are you? How was WoW? I have a shout out command. It was broken last time I did it. Distractions are...
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm
Still
still a piece of garbage.
Twitch.tv/distractions are
There we go.
playing World of Warcraft. Sounds pretty neato. Oh dang.
Okay, we're gonna do it so many times. Okay, that's my job. You're right. I'm not used to having a mod around that can actually do these things. Hey, distraction. Oh my god, 4 shout-outs. So many shout-outs. That was WoW. How was everything going on? For everybody coming in, my name is Pythus. It's good to see y'all. Most of you probably know me. I spent a lot of time in distractions chat. I was streaming today, so I couldn't stop by, but if you don't, my name's Pythus. We do a lot of achievement runs around here, which is what we're it's super squirt. Okay, hold on. You said that like it's a normal thing to say. You've knocked me completely out of my rage spiel, and I'm not even sure who I am as a person anymore because you said the words, "It's super squirt day." Yeah, dude, totally normal. Yeah, you're right. You know, maybe I'm the one being crazy here. Maybe I'm the one that's out of line. So, you know, fair enough. I have no idea what those words mean, but I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you and potentially her. You're played Diablo? Oh, okay. Squirt from Diablo. Don't clip that out of context. I don't need that to be an alert. I don't need me saying the words squirt from Diablo as a sound alert later. Can't believe I missed Squirt Day. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, so fuck, where was I? I'm Pythus. We do achievement runs. That's what we're doing today. Yeah, so for unrelated, we did dive into squirt related world records. Like distance? Volume? What kind of world records? You know what? I'm sure if it's in, I'll go watch the VOD. Volume? Yeah, it's got to be volume, right? Galeophobia still, I think. I can confirm there's a lot of squirting. Couldn't find distance. It feels like that should be an event, right? An Olympic event. It feels like that should be the thing. The climax was certainly spoiled. Hey, this chat took a turn somewhere along the line, and I'm not sure where that is. You know, it has been a good rest period. Does it feel like that? It does. I mean, jumping wide is an Olympic event, right? Like it should. Fuck, dude, it wouldn't even be that difficult to set up. Just have like a warehouse and then like sprinkle some flour on the floor, and then you can like measure whatever. Why would another distance be one? Right? He's got it. Anyway, and so just so we don't get into the logistics of how this event would work and be judged. What in the paranormal activity? What in the paranormal activity? We also determined through an NIL.gov article, squirt is for sure pee. Yeah, I mean, piss yourself. Who am I? Like, you know, fine. I didn't know that was up for debate, but you know, it's good to know. Science. We've learned something here today. God, this is gonna be a wild VOD to watch later. You know, people are not prepared for this. NIH. I wasn't even gonna question NIL, so I saw the happy sad bus meme that just had squirt is pee on both. No, Squirt is the little girl from Diablo. We've been over this. This is where we're at. Today was Super Squirt Day. Did nobody at Blizzard think that through? Does nobody like, hey, maybe we shouldn't call it Super Squirt Day? Maybe should we run that through? Should we run that through like a test audience or something? No, we're just moving on. Okay, we got it. We're moving on. Okay. Mods say so. So, yeah, today we're playing Resident Evil. We're going for 3 of the hardest achievements in the game. We're doing speedrun for under 3 hours. We're doing the hardest difficulty for True Survivor, and we're doing all of that without saving. So it's all permadeath. If we die, we die. Which just fucking happened. Just before we raided, we were on a pretty good run, and we died. So now we got to start the whole thing over again. And this will be our 11th attempt at this. So yeah, it's already 6. Yeah, it's already 6. And in the best case, one of these runs takes about 2 hours. So distraction distracted you. Very on brand. I appreciate how closely he's sticking to the bit, if nothing else. Also, Chax, I cannot fucking believe that this happened, but distraction just claimed first. Distraction claimed first 3 minutes ago. What the fuck have you been doing? What's going on? Reminds me of that Dead Space thing you said I promised to do. Yeah, you gotta complete Impossible in under 5 hours. Of course. No, if Jax doesn't want first, I certainly can't force it on her. There was a chatter in here before, so I didn't want to claim first if I wasn't. Also, the timing on that probably couldn't have been better. Also, I don't remember who was in here before you. Wasn't it just Vidal? Like, I don't remember. I spit out my water. What in the fuck? That's right. I mean, it's a Chax command. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, Chax has her own command. All right. Are you actively training for the next squirt day? We got to go for distance, right? We know that that's going to be a category coming up, so it's better to start training now. So when the Summer Olympics pull up next time, we can really get in there. We just slide in there right away. And he's spitting out the water, so exactly, right? He's already training. 1,350 milliliters? Jesus fucking Christ. All right, we're moving on. I'm doing something else now. We need something for the VOD that isn't TOS. Yeah, we absolutely cannot air this. Yeah, no, all of this is bad. Delete the VOD. We're moving on. That's 2 super hydrates. That's so much. See, now I have some questions in mind if distraction nar knew what milliliters were, or if you had to Google to convert it. It's a liter? It's a small dose. Listen, I was raised in the American public school system. You're lucky I know what a liter is. Go back in time and play copyrighted music over it. I can't fucking do that. It's 1 small liter. He's not wrong. Where's the lie? You take a liter, you make it tiny. That's a milliliter. Idiot. All right, you guys ready? We can continue talking. It's not as if I haven't done this exact same run 1,000 times already.
Resident Evil.
Fuck me dead. I picked Chris again. For this to work at all, you have to run as Jill. But I picked Chris because I wasn't paying attention. This whole game is ruining me.
Situated in northwest Raccoon
Nobody
City.
gives a shit, Chris. I think I'm
There are only
contractually
3
obligated,
stars
actually.
members
Hold
left.
on. I'm contractually obligated.
Is everyone all right?
Barry.
I mean, dudes named Chris are pretty cool. Name one! Name one person named Chris that is worthy of any admiration. I don't know any. Does chat know any? I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. Bitch, what the fuck? I will allow that, though.
Resident Evil.
Sorry. Distraction. I'm mad at Chris's right now. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that you were named Chris at birth. You know, you chose the correct name. Of distractions are later on. But for right now, all Chris's can burn. Named Chris at birth. I was like, NCAB? No cops are bastards? I don't think that's right. I don't think that's true at all. Centiliter, milliliter, deciliter, kiloliter, and liter. So that's a lot of schooling to program into your mind. Yeah, and also, most of those are made up. I don't know about any of those. Barry. Aren't all words made up? Ooh. Ooh. Hi, welcome to Philosophy Corner. It's true, though. All words are made up. Where's gallon, though? Right? I was going to make an additional joke, but I genuinely can't remember any other volume or measurements for volume right now. The only thing I remember is Resident Evil. That's the only thing there's ever been. There's the only thing that ever will be. Alright, chat. Remember like an hour ago when I said that we had to decide whether or not the run was blessed or cursed? We got to go through the same thing. Ooh, actually, hold on. First of all, Doubters won the last prediction. Not that anybody actually predicted. Yeah, we're kind of... Okay, I'm kind of taking my time. Sorry. I know it's a speed run, but I got other things going on. So Chris isn't that bad if you consider that he's just one of many made-up names of the world and not representative of the person behind it. Fair point. Alternatively, counterpoint. Fuck Chris. Specifically Chris Redfield. In this one context. I would have said fuck Chris Pratt. Yeah, but you also predicted as a doubter, so, you know? I'm gonna pee and get mac and cheese, BRB. Go squirt, girl. Go for the record. I know you can do it. Also, this essentially has to be the run because we don't necessarily have enough time for another run. Unless I fuck this up in the next, like, 10 minutes. I mean, you as the expert confirmed that with thinking Chris it was impossible, so I just followed this to lead me into the doubt. Oh, man, you're right. You're right. See that fat zombie over there? I occasionally he will be aggroed over to this corner. And that makes this part so much more difficult. 6,900. 690. If we could get 420 channel points in the Doubters run, this run would be so blessed. So in a way, I didn't choose. I just choose to follow the leading expert's opinion in the field to maximize my winning odds. This feels like fixing a bet. Or, you know, just betting what the person in front of you bet. Also, very specifically, doesn't let people, or doesn't let the broadcasters bet on their own predictions. Otherwise, you're right. I would be. All right, do your little spin. Thank you. And Zombie's back there. His name is Chris, too. Fuck him. All right. As we talked about school before, isn't one of your most used tactics in school survival 101, coping with your neighbors as a result? I'm forced to say yes. But I'd say everything's fair in love and gambling. You know what? It's hard to argue with that logic. Except that there are very few places in the world that I would say have more rules than Vegas. So, you know, or like casinos in general. So given that information, everything is fair in love and absolutely not gambling. Gambling has so many rules and lots of shit just is not fair. It's kind of like there are several movies about this. Will you take the chemical to use on plants? We're going to pick up all these. Not that we necessarily need them, and we will probably end up wasting them. But in the event that we do need them, I would rather have them. All right. That gas can outside is full of kerosene for the lighter. Because in other situations, you can use the lighter to burn zombies' bodies. But we're not doing that. It's a paradox statement, though, because both are never fair. Love, especially, like if love would be fair, then there would be a partner for every well-behaved lost soul out there. But we can't all be winners. That's true. That's true. So I guess the saying should be evolved into, fuck it, nothing is fair, watch TV. Which seems the most accurate to me. A believer. You know we appreciate our believers around here. Oh my god, is the wall... The ceiling's coming down. Guys, what are we gonna fucking do? This whole house is a death trap. Can you imagine? This door's locked. This door's locked. Oh no.
Oh god, what did I do now?
Barry saves us. Just so you guys know. Barry shoots the door open and drags us out. Then again, television lies to you, so why shouldn't you be... Why shouldn't the saying also be stick to its lies?
Barry.
I imagine this is how Chris facility management works. Just a bunch of closing roofs. True. True. I imagine that's how you kick people out of... Fucking hell. Didn't pay rent, don't worry, the roof will collapse on your unit. Yeah, just automatically crush all of everything into a tiny cube that you can then throw away. Makes sense. How I would do it. Chris, are you writing this down? This is important grade A stuff that we're giving you. Also, getting grabbed by that zombie there, not great. Good. This is the kind of wisdom that we don't typically give away for free. So I need to make sure that you're fucking hell. Let me just get grabbed. Let me get grabbed by every zombie in the game for just a moment. Hey, that was real bad. I've gotten through whole runs where we don't take any damage up until that second. You can stop taking notes. Don't take notes on that part.
Skill issue.
We straight up did not even have time for the prediction to end. I'm a fool. No, my points. I feel like this level of harassment wouldn't fly in today's society. That's how you make money. Gambling. Just do some gambling. Remember before when I said we won't have enough time for another run unless we fuck it up inside of like 10 minutes?
Resident Evil.
Anyway, this is the fresh run right after our break. This is the first time we're doing this. It's good to be back. It's good to give this another shot. Well, this time you jilled it. That's right. This is what I get, you know. Stop paying attention for a second because I've been doing this. I've done this so many times that this first part has just become like second nature. I stopped paying attention. See, now you can cut out the unpleasant raid in the botched run of the VOD and pretend everything was cleaner. Second nature to get bit by those zombies, huh? You know, I'm doubling down on everything that I said about Chris's earlier. Fuck them. We don't need Chris's. What even is the point, you know? I mean, that's sometimes how it goes. Wow. Don't worry, distraction. I've never thought of you as a Chris. You've always been a distraction to me. Probably this year in Denver, right? I sure am.
Thanks.
This isn't a threat, by the way. Distraction, I am 6'5" and 330 pounds. It can be a threat if you want. But yes, I do live in the Denver metro area. I'm actually just a little north of Denver, but, you know, don't tell the bots that. right, let's see if we can get this to be a blessed run as well. How close is that to Salt Lake City? Not close. Probably like 6 hours or more, depending on the drive. I hate this place. This place sucks. Resident Evil is a bad game. Don't play it. This is a cursed run. This is what are you doing, bro? Throwing! What does it fucking look like I'm doing? This is a cursed run. Bad. You know, I mentioned to Distraction earlier that I think you could pull off an Alan Hangover movie cosplay, but I feel like you could steal that role from him. That's Zach Galifianakis. Yes, let me take that whole thing back. That's not a gap. That's Zach Galifianakis, right? Galifianakis? I'm going to choose to take that as a compliment. All right, let's go do this fucking thing. The rewind noise. You like that? I'm a big fan as well. So this run is cursed. We're obviously not going to make it. Actually got reminded of it since Jason Kelsey basically had the entire Hangover outfit yesterday at the Superb Owl. I didn't watch, I was talking about this earlier. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I was too busy playing Helldivers 2, which I will not apologize for. But I've been seeing it on Twitter and on TikTok through clips. And apparently Nickelodeon rebroadcast or did a broadcast of the Super Bowl in which SpongeBob and Patrick did the commentary for it, and every single person who talks about it says that that is the superior way to watch the Super Bowl. Oh look, the fat one woke up too. God, that was lucky. I had no idea he was there. The reason I asked is because I'm gonna be in Salt Lake City at the end of March, so I don't know if I'll ever be closer to you. I mean, in my heart you will. You live right here, bud. But yeah, no, that's still like a significant different distance away. Where am I going? Oh, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, Salt Lake City is still middle of Utah. That's like a 6-8 hour drive. Well, no, it's about 4 hours to Grand Junction and then maybe another 4 from there. Tragedy, heartbreak. The real heartbreak is seeing that you're a doubter. That's what's really going to keep me up tonight. That and the fact that I work nights. So I will probably be up anyway, but also the doubter thing, because I thought you believed in me, and knowing that you don't believe in me, Distraction, I don't know if I can. And that's my audition. I selected that when you got to the second, but I thought I was killing you. Oh, all right. So you were hedging your bets. No, if you if you wiggle the stick fast enough, it fixes it. And there's a bunch of healing stuff right here. It sucks that I have to use it this early, but you know what? Also, I think I'm going to start, this is a side tangent. I think I'm going to start listening to Critical Role on my way to and from work, because for whatever reason, I've just been hitting a wall at about 9 o'clock, driving into work and I've just been like dozing off. And I hate that. So I need something to focus on. And it's been, I've never actually gone through all of season 1 of Critical Role. I've done season 2 and I've not been keeping up on season 3 at all. So maybe I'll just find the rebroadcast on Spotify and watch that going to and from work. Partially because I really like the storylines of these things, and partially because I need ideas to rip off wholesale for my own D&D campaign. Sleeping driving is the bane of my existence. Yeah, there have been so many times where I've been like, this is probably more dangerous than it needs to be, and I've still got like 15 minutes on this drive. There have definitely been moments where I've been like, I don't remember the last 15 minutes of driving down this road. And that's probably not the most healthy thing. All right, these guys kicked my ass last time. Let's see if we can focus up and get by them this time. Apparently not. We just got to get by this guy into this save room. Put down the windows on the highway just to try to feel something, anything. I let the matches burn down to my fingers just so I can feel something, anything. I would do that, and I do sometimes when I'm like really falling asleep rather than just like a little eepy. I'll roll down the windows because I live in Colorado and it's like 20 degrees outside right now. Don't anybody fact check that because I don't actually have numbers for that. See, that's how you should do that normally. Dodging that guy like that works. But it is far too chilly outside to be having the windows down. This time of year in Colorado. For a while there, the things that I don't care about the journal, grab the lighter, Jillian. Broke dude's ankles. Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on anymore. If he ever truly did. I used to smoke cigars on my way to and from work so that I could stay awake. But I've developed a cough that's not going away. It's like in the back of my throat. So I thought, you know, maybe cigars are exacerbating this problem rather than fixing them. So I stopped. But now I need something else. It turns out podcasts. One of the podcasts I've been listening to is called My Brother, and Me. And it's fucking hilarious. If you guys haven't seen that, you need to. Because it's great. But they also do a D&D podcast called The Adventure Zone. And I love that one as well. But I've listened to all of that one. Bam Bam's fucking amazing, dude. Also, I feel like Distraction and I are the same person, but on opposite sides of the country. Because Distraction was also an achievement hunter boy growing up. And he like, into Bam Bam in the Adventure Zone. We're the same fucking person. Hey, don't ignore the fucking shotgun blast. How's that? Emma was super into the McElroys. Yeah, but don't hold that up against them, you know? Use, examine. I saw them live in Cincy. It was sick. Fucking... Alright, so... I had tickets. I had tickets for when they came to Denver last year. I bought them for my brother's birthday. And I told him many, many months in advance, like, hey, make sure you take this day off because we're going to go see Bam Bam live. And when the time came, he fucking didn't. Like, he went to work and then went and played volleyball afterwards. So he fucking, like, just... And then I didn't have anybody to go with. And I wasn't going to go to a show alone. Although I probably should have. That probably would have been the move. Am I doing this out of order? Do I actually need... Oh, I am doing this out of order. I don't actually need to come in here yet. I'd absolutely go solo. I kind of wish I had. I regret... This guy's at the bottom of the stairs now. I regret not going to that show. Especially since, like, I didn't get a refund or anything. I just don't have those tickets anymore. Also, the doubters make a miscalculation since nobody believes that there's no price to win except for honor. Hey, what does any of that sentence mean? Yeah, no, I should have gone to that show solo. I'd regret not doing it, and the amount of time I had to wait for them to come to Denver in the first place, that shit's wild. So now I gotta wait all that time again for them to come back. But the next time they're in town, I'm absolutely going. I mean, like the pull of life and death, if nobody says you survive and spends points, it will just say, oh, you were right, and you get your points returned. Instead of actually winning, you'll just get a refund. That's what gambling is. All right, this run sucks shit, too. Ow. You son of a bitch. Leave me alone. You're not my dad. I don't have any healing. This is going to go really poorly. That's basically what I was saying, but it's like 3 a.m. and I'm exhausted. You know what? That's fair enough. Yeah, I think we've all said some wild shit at 3 a.m. and not really fully comprehended what the fuck we were saying. I'm not even at the right spot. My notes are all befuckered. Let's go save Richard. Because we need him later on. Richard. Yeah, we gotta go to the serum room. I got it. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Okay. The first couple of times I've been through here. Also, I was patiently waiting for you to read that clone joke since I direly needed to go to the bathroom run, so the sanity was an all-time low. Did I miss a joke? Hold on. Hold on. I could go back. I can go back. See, Distraction doesn't own a valid passport, though, and his date of birth is unclear in the U.S., so maybe you are the same person, but cloned with some tweaking. You don't have a valid passport? Are you a real person? Distraction, are you doing okay? Doing all right, bud? I appreciate your patience. Also, I haven't attempted your name up until now, because I'm a coward. Vartaras? Vartaras. Yeah, I just mean that, like, Distraction and I are, like, have been into the same stuff, but from wildly different sides of the country. I'm not named Chris, by the way, so don't worry. But, you know, that is a bannable offense in this chat, so you're on thin ice. Getting grabbed by every fucking zombie this time. It is not a good run. This is a cursed run. I have a first aid spray, which I'm probably going to have to use. See, and the people say America is such a divided place with big differences between states. I mean, that's not untrue. Because it's kind of a miracle that Distraction ended up the way he did while also living in Ohio. Because we all know that Ohio is a dark and unholy place. It is definitely where it's the shadowy place, whereas everywhere else the light touches. So definitely grew up with a disadvantage having been born and raised in Ohio. Which is, of course, not to say that it's the worst that you could possibly get. Because Chax is from Florida. And big woof. Big oofers. I was mostly to see if she's still in chat. We'll see if she is. Because I know Ripley is also here. From Florida. So we'll see who's in chat and who's not in just a moment. When the text blows up. Or doesn't. Where am I at? Oh, we gotta go save Richard. That's right. Did I even grab the serum? I'm not paying attention to this run at all. Okay, I did. Grab the serum. I'm good at video games. We're recentered. Everything's fine. I do have to dodge the zombie. Which apparently has been kind of an ask recently. Oh, spooky. You gotta go this way. He gets caught on the bookshelf or the cabinet you just pushed. You tried to go the other way. you take the musical score? Hell yeah. Later, nerds. All right. Then we'll go do all the musical nonsense, which is fine. We don't actually have like crazy good heals to waste this time. Richard's fine, despite the fact that his arm looks like it's about to fall off. He'll be back in just a moment. Damn it. We are gonna have to at least use that. Might end up having to use more than one. See, this whole next part, I've talked about it before, but I do have a problem with this next chunk. For one thing, we just got like sheet music, right? As an item. We have no idea where this goes. I'm a real person. My parents just forgot to register my birth certificate. I think that's a prerequisite for being a real person. One birth certificate, please, seems like the one of the necessary parts. Sounds like something a fake person would say. Exactly. So, this is where we get the sheet music. I've talked about this before, but it does bother me. We get the musical score. And then we come over here and we play it at this here piano. But none of this has any indication of being part of a puzzle. Like, from Jill's perspective, in the lore of the video game, there's no reason for her to do that. There's no notes, there's nothing. She had no idea that that secret door was there. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Yeah, it was just Jill flexing for no reason. Also, fun fact, if you play as Chris, he can't play it. He's just not, he doesn't know how to play piano. So only Jill can do that on her own. Chris has to wait for Rebecca to come and like practice it to open the door for him. This also comes up later where there's a part just before this big fucking plant boss that I can't beat for the life of me. I'm not mad, you're mad. Where you can mix together chemicals to weaken the plant first, which we don't do because it takes too long. But if you're Jill, you can just go in and mix the chemicals yourself, and it's no problem. But if you're Chris, you can't even interact with the chemicals because it's too much. Chris can't fucking figure it out. Chemistry is too nerdy for Chris Redfield. Only women play the piano. I mean, I guess. Suspicious amounts of Chris slander. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, you take all these emblems, you swap them around just to fuck with this here clock. Also, Chris has like a much smaller inventory. It's wild. Looks like you can turn the gears inside the clock. Try it. Also, yeah, no reason to do this either. Like, other than the fact that this door just opened, we have no reason to suspect that there's anything behind this clock. Like, in universe, there's no reason for any of this to work. And as a player of a video game, I understand why we're doing all of this. But Jill wouldn't. Jill would have no idea. And it's also that you can get this key, this mansion key. And you're thinking, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, we can get to more places. How far into the game is this? Not very. Like a quarter of the way. If all we're doing is the necessary stuff, this is like just a quarter of the way. How many stupid things has Jill had to do so far? There was a key hidden inside a dog collar, but there was a note. Like, we knew that because of a note. Like, she should know the mansion is stupid by now. Sure. And yes, it is. But like, there's stupid things that we've had to do, and then there's stuff that Jill just does because she apparently can. Anyway, we get that music, we go into the music room, we open the fake door, we get all the emblems, we do everything for that one key that opens this door. That's it. There's no further use for this key. This is the only time we use this key for this boarded up, fucked up door that leads to an attic. In universe, why did they hide this key so well? You know what's in this room? Fuck all. There's a bunch of cardboard boxes. And also a snake. Also a very large snake. That's kind of beside the point. The box is like, it's a storage room. We don't care about any of that. We just want this death mask. Yeah, very angry snake. Bye, Richard. I'm sure you'll be fine.
No!
He's fine. He's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so that's the only reason you use that key. That's the only thing you need it for. That's the only reason we saved Richard. The last like 10 minutes of this run has all been just for that one. It's a very healthy sounding scream, means he has lungs. True. Couldn't scream without lungs. That's some good medical advice right there. If you hear somebody screaming, they have lungs. I went the wrong fucking way. Like you said, you jump through so many hoops to get a key that could easily use. Yeah, I mean, it's not even like a good door. It's a shitty door. Just kick it down. I'm sure that's what Chris would do. He can't play music, so... Also, with as many times as I've done this, you'd think I'd have the solution to this puzzle down, but I don't. Chris is an idiot that can't play piano. All Chris's are. I've decided. Name me one Chris that can play piano. No Chris has ever pianoed. That's what I'm saying. When I first picked up this box, I thought for sure that these were like slots to put jewels in. No, they're buttons. I carried this jewelry box around for so long looking for jewels that fit in that spot, and they just don't exist. I feel like distractions would have broke the lock and evicted the snake so fast. You would have just dropped the ceiling on him. We've been over this. That is standard storage unit protocol, is just lower the ceiling until everything inside is crushed into a tiny cube. I'm gonna come over here and unlock this door. Not that we actually need to go in it. Whee! All right, we had to go and unlock that door upstairs so that this is the last time this key is used. Uh-oh. Did I miss a door somewhere? I must have. Oh, you know what I did? Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. I'm stupid on a number of levels. For one thing, we don't have the grenade launcher, and that's bad. That's not a thing. Also, we should be hitting these buttons as we walk through here. But like I said, this is obviously not the run. I've been doing so poorly this time. Okay. Wasn't Portal a game series about a storage facility? It was a testing facility. But I guess it also stored many traps, so in a way. Many traps and puzzles. They were stored there, so. As a sanitation engineer on the Death Star, I see no problem with this. Yeah, I mean, if ever you have problems with something, just crush it up into a tiny ball. Then you don't ever have to worry about it ever again. Will you take the death mask? I sure will. Okay, we have to detour back around to get the grenade launcher because I forgot. Not actually that bad because apparently they've got this secret painting right here that leads back to the entryway, which is basically where we need to be anyway. But rather than going back and helping Richard immediately, I should have come over here. And then that's the last time we need to use that key. Doing things a little out of order, but not by much. It would have been really annoying if we had gotten all the way to the plant boss and not gotten the grenade launcher. This is the first time we use it. Oh no, this guy. Anyway. Not that guy. He was my favorite character. Do not go back down that hallway. You see that hallway in the back there? Do not go down there. Because that guy will come back as a zombie and he will absolutely murder you. He is way more difficult than the other zombies. There's some healing down there, but you will need it immediately. All right, let's go do the first boss fight, huh? First boss fight. Ooh. I think we actually have room now, don't we? No, we don't. All right, we come down this excessively long tomb. We start to release the world's wettest sarcophagus. It's just so moist. Got on the lens a little bit. That sucks. All right, before we put that last one in here, we're going to go up here and get some shotgun ammo. Because otherwise, I don't have enough ammo to kill that guy, and that's going to be the end of the run. Luckily, there's some shotgun ammo right here. What's your opinion on Stellar Blade? My opinion is that the name sounds awesome, but if it is not a sword made out of stars, then that is strictly false advertising. It does sound like the kind of thing that you would find in Elden Ring, though. And that rules. Oh no, the wet sarcophagus is down. What are we gonna do? Look at them grippers. For free? Free toesies? Oh, he's alive. Forget what I said about the toesies. I didn't mean it. It was a goof. Aim at the boy, Jillian. Jillian, the boy, the lad. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that really sucks. So obviously don't do that. If you're looking for a strategy guide, not that.
Skill issue.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad run in general. Not aiming the right way right at the beginning, that sucks shit. Obviously bad. Don't do that. Yeah, unfortunately it's 7 o'clock and we have a hard stop time of 8:30. So even if we started right now and everything went perfectly, we wouldn't have enough time to do a full run. Even in the best circumstance where everything I do goes as perfect as it can, if I were speed running this on a professional level, I wouldn't have, I would barely have enough time to finish this before we had to stop. Unfortunately, and as evidenced by the fact that I suck shit, that's not going to happen. So here's the plan. Maybe you found a secret doorway that teleports you to the end of the game. I'm sure that there's like a glitched run that you can do that gets you right to the end game, no problem. I'm sure that exists. I don't know how to do it, and I don't care to do it. That's not the point. Like I said earlier, we can do all of this or easier. Right? There are easier ways to do this. We can do 2 of the 3 achievements, no problem. Like not even worrying about it. It's just stacking all 3 on top of each other that makes it this difficult. Because if I wanted to do this in under 3 hours without saving, I could do that on very easy, no problem. It wouldn't be anything. I could even beat this on the hardest difficulty in under 3 hours as long as I could save, you know? It's just stacking all 3 things on top of each other turns this from like just 100% completing the game to like an actual fucking challenge. And that's the point. That's what we're doing here, you know? I remember there being a Diddy Kong racing track where you could fly through the ground after the starting point and land exactly at the end of the lap. There's a level on Mario Kart where you can like do a spin jump like back around to the other side of the like start line, and you can do that immediately and just get all 3 laps done in like a minute. I'm sure that shit like that exists. That's the rainbow. I think it's on Peach's Castle, actually, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100%. So here's what we're going to do. The rest of this is probably just going to be a just chatting stream. We're just going to bullshit for a little while. And then on Wednesday, I'm probably just going to be doing more Dead by Daylight. I need some time to not play Resident Evil for a little while. So we'll either play Dead by Daylight or Helldivers. I'm not sure which. That's what Wednesday's stream is going to be about. Because otherwise we're going to run into a hard stop time again. On Friday, though, I don't have a hard stop time. So we can do this as many times as we need to get it done. That being said, if we start going into like 10, 11, 12 hour territory, I'm probably just going to drop the no save requirement and just beat it as normal, you know? Or we can drop the speedrun achievement and just do it normally. Stuff like that. we're going to give it a good college try, but we are currently at 13 tries. So if we end up getting up to like 30 tries and we still haven't gotten it, there are other games that I want to play, guys. I don't want to be stuck on Resident Evil for 6 months. So Friday, we're going to beat this one way or the other. How fun is Helldivers? My bank teller was hyping it up to me today. It's a lot of fun. I was having a great time with it. So it comes, there's like right now there's two enemy types. Either you can play against the bugs or you can play against the automatons. Playing against the bugs is a lot of fun because they're all melee focused, and they'll try to swarm you. It feels a lot like Starship Troopers. But then you play the automatons, and those motherfuckers have guns and rockets and shit and live on like a jungle planet. That fucked me up. Like that, I'll remember that forever. It's really simple but weirdly immersive. I dislike when they do games fast challenges for charity and then they just show you a glitch abusal. Yeah, sure. It's its own category. If you go into like the speedrun categories, there's glitched runs and there's glitchless runs, and I always appreciate glitchless runs more because it shows like true mastery of the game. You know, like you have played this game enough to have all 100% of it down to a science. And that's kind of where we're at, especially the beginning of this game. Granted, the last couple of runs have not been the greatest showcase of that, but normally we do pretty well at like the beginning of it. Especially that first run. I didn't expect to get as far as we did on the first run we did tonight. But that plant boss
What
halfway
he's got going
through
here is a situation, and he's in the middle
of it. But yeah, we weren't exactly paying 100% attention during those last couple of runs, and you know, fair enough. Other stuff was going on. Ew. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up YouTube. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate you guys coming by. Remember to hit that subscribe button and comment if you haven't. Keep an eye on Twitter and on Discord for updates on other stuff going live. Like I said, we'll probably be playing Dead by Daylight or Helldivers on Wednesday, and then Friday we'll jump back into this and try to get it nailed down. But yeah, until next time, YouTube, I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.